Okay, so now we're going to take our up and down out. So we got right now, I'll repeat myself here a little bit. You can come off of the point right here, right in the middle of the V, the fillet here, or off of this flat spot somewhere in here. Now if the rim doesn't go side to side on you, you come off the center point, works okay. Same if you come off the fillet. But when the rim has a lot of side to side going on, you're better out to be in here. And it's still not flat because this is at a taper like this. But it's better to go by. But anyway, you can see where you're at. Right in here, we got the big high spot in that edge here there. And that's what we don't want. So the rim has to go down right now. So that means these have to be loosened up and these have to be tightened up. Now, you got to pick how many fans you want to work with. Fan is this group of spokes right here. You can work with one group, which doesn't work very good at all. You can work with two groups, which is not too bad. Or you work with three groups. I like to work with three groups because that way you're making a lot of movement. Because if you loosen up these three down here and tighten up these three right here, there's only two groups on each side that you're not playing with. So the rim will stay relatively round. If you only work on the two spot right here, it's going to want to flatten the spot out here and make it kind of more oval over here. It kind of squares the rim out a little bit. But I do a variable thing. I'll tighten one, the center one I'll tighten like two flats, and these one I'll tighten one flat. So, because this is making more of a change here in torque than these two over here, proportionally. So I like working with three groups and variable torque. And when you get close, you can drop down to two, but that's kind of how I do it. Alright, so we got to figure out where we're at here. I like working on the high spot because you can hear it. So we start hitting here. Got four fans pretty much even. So that means we'll work down here. So these need to be loosened up down here. And it's all pretty equal. So we're going to work with four of them. Loosen one flat, two flat, two flat, two flat. Oh, I'm in the wrong direction. Oops. This side needs to be tighter, not looser. Oops. Start over. Problem is they don't want to loosen that tighten back up because they're tight. Okay, I'll flip around the other direction. Right down here. Okay, I'm working on two fans now. Loosen these up. When you find a spoke that's really tight, loosen up extra. As you go into the next fan a little bit. You gotta do the same thing on the other side. Alright. Now I go to the other side and tighten it up. Doesn't seem to be wanting to be tightened up. It's not hitting. You'd think it would have pulled down and hit. It didn't. The rim was probably out around. Okay, let's move the point a little closer. Back to hitting again, we can hear. Just hitting here. These ones here where it's hitting. Try to tighten these up a little bit. These are already pretty tight. That one's not. Didn't seem to do anything, did it? one spoke is kind of loose, I'm torquing more on it. Alright, what do we got going on here? Loose to there. Right to there. There to there is our loose spot. Right in the middle is here. So I'll loosen these up some more right here. One flat on those. About 2 flats on these ones. That one is really tight. Then so is that one. That one not so much, leave it alone. Okay, so now you go look at what you just loosened up, see what you did. Did you help it or hurt it? There's our high spot now. There's a tight one. Basically just loosening things up right now to get the real bad spots out. Ooh, geez, that is tight. One real tight spoke. Another pretty tight one. Yeah, you just take the loose tight ones out and the rim screw gets straight real quick. Okay. Okay, I got a lot of the up and down out of it. A lot of it I think is just out around. A lot of tight spot. A lot of tight spokes in there. See, look at the rim up here. You can see how it's, we're not getting much up and down, a little bit side to side, but not much up and down going right now. You look down with the pointer, you can see the same thing. Again, we can see. So right in here, there's our real tight. Right here it's pretty tight, so I'm going to check these spokes right here and see what they look like. If you got a real tight one in there, we're going to loosen it up a little bit. That one's pretty tight right there. That one. Not too much on that one. Mainly just that one. Okay. So I got the up and down kind of roughed in. Now I'm going to go back and knock out this side to side. So move our pointer over. So I move the pointer over to here. You can see it's coming hitting pretty hard right there. So I got to move that over. And when it's really wide over here, I got to move this direction. Now the way I'm going to move it is, instead of tightening just to one side, which is going to make it out around again, whatever I do on this side, I'm going to do on the opposite on the other side. So if you tighten up one flat on one side, do the opposite on the other. So one gets loose, one gets tight. That way it moves the whole rim over at the same torque. Okay, so right here. Torque these one. Loosen these up one. Okay. So I did that in just 2 spots. Now before we had a bunch of dip stuff going on. Look how much straighter it is now. See, didn't do much, but made a huge difference on what the rim was. Well, there's still a low spot, and you can see it a little bit. So I'm going to work on that side that's real low on that one side, where right there it kicks over right there. So I'm going to have to loosen this side up here and tighten this side up and see if I can get that over a little bit. That's our worst spot. And the rim is not equal from one to the other, so pick the side you want to trim, because you can't get them both the same because the rims are not equal. Just how it is. Okay, where's that low spot at? I think I'm right on it. Well, that is bad too. It really kicks over a long ways. Oh yeah. It's real bad real quick. Okay, this is the worst spot. These 2 spokes were not very tight at all on this other side. Oh, this one's loose. Great. Ooh, that one's very tight. That one's loose. Alright, we're getting pretty good. Now when you look at it, see it's pretty straight. Look down at the corner. Most of that's gone. There's a little bit right there still in there. I haven't gotten all that out. It's only working on one little spot. So you can see it's pretty even now. And you're not seeing too much up and down. You're seeing a little bit of a out of roundness here a little bit, but not too bad. Okay, we need to look at our offset because we always got to pay attention where we're at offset wise. Appear to be pretty much even where we started. And yeah, so we can go slightly to the right, wouldn't bother me one bit. So at this point, this is where I go over the whole rim and just start torquing spokes. So I'll tighten this side one flat. I'll go over on this side over here, tighten these one flat. And I'll come back over here and tighten these one flat. And if the spoke doesn't want to move, don't move it. It's tight, it's tight. If you force it, you're just going to collapse the nipple. But we're trying to get all the spokes equally torqued. So you're trying to work out the loose ones and not make the tight ones tighter. Always start at your valve stem hole so you know where you're at. Right here. Okay. I'm going to try to tighten these all one flat. That one was tight. In case you want to know how much tight is, tight's tight, it didn't move. That one's tight. Yeah, I'm pushing on that pretty hard, it ain't moving. That one moved. That one's tight. Okay, that's that side. Go to the other side. Well, that is really tight. That one is not. That one's not very tight either. Okay. Here we moved it further over, now we're hitting, see? Okay, I'm going to go one more flat on this side now. Some of these are already really tight, they're not moving. So I'll put you, I don't know if you can see how much torque I'm putting on this stuff. Let me drop my tripod down a little bit here, see if that'll help. I got a long wrench there and I'm using it. So you can see what I'm doing on my hand here, how much I'm pulling on it. So here's our starting point. You always want to make sure you put tension on this, shoving it all the way down. You want to make sure you're on that nipple all the way. If you're up here at the top, you're just going to round it off. Make sure it's all the way down before you start yanking on it. Okay. See how much torque I'm putting on that? Hey, that one's not moving. You can feel the thread galling up a little bit. It's stainless on stainless, you can feel it. That one's tight. That one not so much. Hit it again. That one's really tight. See, this one's doing all the work. That one not too much. That one's tight again. So these aren't all equal. So. Okay. So right here we're going to work on it. Okay. Now you want to know where you're at, so you go pull out your straight edge. Let's take a look and see the damage we did. Or not did. Turn my camera where I can see with it. Okay, so now we're basically flush. So our offset kind of went away. And we're pretty much flush on this side too. So we're dead center right now. So we're pretty centered. So you can see how this side moves and this side here doesn't really move. See? You gotta look at your pointer, we can really see what's happening. You can see there's a spot in there that's really bad right there. It's real bad. See our big gap. So I need to pull that over this way here a little bit to get that out. That's our worst spot. You always want to work on the worst. Worst is first. Okay, I get where you can see it here, kind of in between where I can see stuff. Okay, we're 0 here, 0 here. So these two fans here where the bad spot is, especially right there. So this is our worst spot, and then this is secondary. So this one we need to move the most, and then just tighten that up a little bit on the other side. So this one I actually have to loosen these up a little bit. They're way off. And that one is the tight one right there. That is super tight. Ooh, those are tight too. See, now we're hitting our no longer a low spot. It's now hitting. So. I loosen spokes instead of tightening because I'm not trying to make a low spot there. Okay. Now we didn't move anything else in the rim. We needed that one spot. And right now, see right here, we got the same deal going on here. It's right there is where the bad spot is. And see, everything else is pretty close. You can see it. It's pretty damn nice. Right in here is our bad spot. That's dead center, right where the valve stem hole is. Okay, so I'm just going to tighten the other side up a little bit. See if there's something loose over here. Yeah, that one was a little bit. And these are all tight. So that spoke there is not real super tight. These two here is where we need to go. So let's check this for torque. You hear that one's tight. The spot now is over here. Just keep going after the bad spots. If you're tightening spokes and it's not hitting, that means you pulled it in closer. Same two spots. And now we hit, see? Mainly this spoke right here. Loosen it up a little bit. You hear how the noise kind of went away? Spot right down here somewhere. That one is not moving. That one is. So this is our loose one right here. Okay, we're very close at this point. Okay, don't kick that with your foot. Okay, so now we're really close. See, look at all the low spots are kind of gone away now. See, there's only one in there right now. Right about in there. Yeah, right there. Right there is where we're working on it right now. Same deal, just tighten up the spots into the tight. That spoke wasn't all that tight there. When I tightened that, see, it made it, took it over. This one. Right between these two. Very tight. That one moved. Nope, we picked up a bad spot. This one. Okay, we're pretty close. Okay, so here's what I do after I'm this close, is I like to screw everything up. So that means I go in there and I tighten everything one more time, both sides, just to make sure there's no loose ones in there. I'm not really trying to torque, I'm just looking for loose ones. If you don't want to move, don't move them. All right. Not too many have moved, only a couple of them did. I had one loose one on this side and everything else is pretty well equal torque. Okay, now we're going to see how much damage I did. Not too bad. Nothing blatantly really bad there. So I can hear where it's hitting a little bit, so I'm just going to knock those little tick 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 noises out of there. And that'll button it up for what we're doing there. Damn, that was tight. All right, we got it. And all the spokes are really, really tight right now. So you can see how much this is moving on this side here. Quite a bit. This one over here, pretty damn nice. You see that's pretty good. There's a little spot right here where it's could be tightened up a little bit right there. See that gap right there? I don't like that. Right there. Yeah, that fan right there needs to be tightened up a little bit. See, I'm never satisfied. If I think I can make it better, I'm going to make it better. Might make it worse somewhere else though. So right here, it went from here to here where it was high. It flexed it over a little bit. These are big movements. See, a lot of torque too. Okay, I took that little spot out. I didn't like that spot. Pissing me off. So now you can look in there. See the little spot's not there no more. You had a little bit of a gap in there before. It ain't in there now. Alright, and our final offset right now. Pretty much flush. Makes you get a little gaps on this side right here now. Not where I want it to be, but yeah. It's pretty much flush. I wouldn't mind tightening all of these one more flat to kick it over, but I'm going to leave it here. Now I'm not going to put a tire on this bike until I put this in the bike and check the offset and make sure the chain line, all that lines up good. Because right now it's neutral. Pretty nice. Get rid of those couple of tick 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 noises I'm hearing right now. We don't like tick 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 noises. Damn, that thing is tight. No tick tick noises. Except for that one. Alright. Quit playing with it. Good enough. Alright. That's it for the rear wheel.